let's get real. Duck sound fancy, like something you would only order at a restaurant, right? But here's the thing, making it at home is easier than you think. Hi, I'm Bruno, and today I'm showing you the only duck recipe you'll ever need. Juicy duck breast, a rich red wine reduction, and crispy Hasselback potatoes. Simple, delicious, and easily doable. It's the perfect date night dish or a just treat yourself kind of meal. Either way, once you try it, you won't need any other duck recipe again. Let's do it. Alright, let's start with the star of the show, duck breast. It's fancy enough to impress, but honestly, it's not as high maintenance as it seems. The trick? A little prep goes a long way. First thing, we're scoring the skin, not because it looks cool, though it totally does, but because it helps render out all that glorious fat and makes the skin extra crispy. Just be gentle, you want to cut through the skin, not into the meat. We're not performing surgery here. Now the seasoning. We're hitting both sides with a generous pinch of salt. And here's the secret. You want to do this 30 minutes ahead of time. Why? This gives the salt time to work its magic, drawing out moisture, which helps the skin crisp up beautifully when we cook it. 30 minutes isn't just for the salt. It also gives you time to pour yourself a glass of wine, which is always a good life choice when cooking duck. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere in the world, right? Now it's time for some real magic. Rendering the fat and getting that skin golden and crispy. This step, it's where we turn all that salt and scoring into crunchy perfection. Here's the trick. Start with the cold pan. No oil, no butter. We're letting the fat render out naturally. I'm keeping the heat at medium, nice and steady. This isn't a race, it's a marathon. Rushing, it will only give you burnt skin and raw meat. No one wants that. And as the fat renders, it crisps the skin and leaves you with this glorious golden crust. The bonus? You get a pan full of duck fat, which is basically liquid gold. Save that stuff. It'll make the best potatoes of your life, trust me. Once the skin is golden and crispy, usually after about 3 to 4 minutes, I flip the breast and cook the other side for another 3 minutes. I will finish it in the oven. 3 to 4 minutes, 180 Celsius, should do the trick. Ideally, you should use a thermometer to check the internal temp. Food safety folks say 74 degrees Celsius, but personally, I pull mine out at 56 Celsius. I hate rubber duck. Once it's done, take it off the heat and let it rest for at least 5 minutes. This part is crucial. It keeps the meat juicy. Now that our duck is resting and we got a pan full of flavor, it's time to turn that into a sauce so good it'll make you want to drink it straight. First, we're removing the excess fat. Not all of it, just enough to avoid an oily sauce. We're keeping the pan because those crispy bits stuck to the bottom, that's flavor gold. I'm starting with 2 finely chopped shallots and a couple of smashed garlic cloves. We're cooking this on low heat because burning garlic is a crime against humanity. Trust me, you don't want that bitterness in your sauce. And a little tip, a tiny pinch of salt helps draw out the moisture in the shallots, making them cook faster and break down beautifully. And once the shallots are soft and fragrant, we're deglazing with some red wine. This does 2 things. It lifts all those delicious bits off the pan and it adds a depth, rich flavor to our sauce. Think of it like the foundation for greatness. Cook all the alcohol and let it simmer for a little bit until it reduces down. And then we add our chicken stock or duck stock if you're feeling fancy and you have any. We're gonna simmer this on medium heat until it reduces by about half. This is where the magic will happen, concentrating all those flavors into something seriously special. When it starts looking glossy and rich, I'm gonna strain the sauce. This step keeps it smooth and silky, because nobody wants chunky bits in their fancy sauce. Don't forget to taste for seasoning. I usually work with salt, white pepper, lemon juice and sugar and try and find that perfect balance that will make me happy. You want a rich with just the right amount of tang to cut through the fat from the duck. And finally, we add some cold butter. Why? Because butter makes everything better. And it gives our sauce that creamy restaurant level finish. Look at that. Glossy, rich and ready to drizzle over our duck. I'm telling you, this sauce is so good it could save relationship. Or not, depends on what you did. And now we're moving on to the side dish, our Hasselback potatoes. Think of them as the glamorous cousin of the baked potato. First things first, wash your potatoes and pat them dry. No one likes gritty potatoes. Now we're going to slice them into thin sections without cutting all the way through. This part might seem tricky, but I've got a little trick. Place 2 wooden spoons or chopsticks on either side of the potato as a guide. That way, you'll never slice too deep. Perfect Hasselback slices. And if they're not perfect, don't worry. You know what they say, rustic is charming. And here's where we switch things up a bit. Season with salt and olive oil And we're gonna wrap these bad boys in foil and bake them for 40 minutes at 220 Celsius. This gives the inside time to get soft and fluffy before we heat them with all the cheesy, crispy magic. Again, who's doing this? After 40 minutes, we're unwrapping them. And here's where the real fun begins. Cheese time. I'm stuffing the crevices with some garlic paste and some parmesan. And I'm also sneaking in some smoked paprika for extra flavor. Parmesan will bring that salty, nutty kick. It will be incredible. And garlic, as a Portuguese, everything has to have garlic. And of course, don't forget butter. If you're feeling indulgent, be indulgent. Be indulgent. We want that crispy golden top, and the fat will help us get there. Now we're putting these beauties back in the oven, uncovered, for another 15 to 20 minutes, same temperature, until they're golden, crispy, and basically begging to be eaten. And look at that. Crispy edges, melty cheese, and little pockets of garlicky goodness. Honestly, if you made just this and skip the duck, no one would complain. Look at that crispy skin, slicing it into thick, juicy pieces. And as we go in, juicy meat, perfectly cooked for me. That's what we're here for. Fan out the slices because I'm feeling fancy, but also because it lets that creamy red white sauce work its magic. Don't drizzle, spoon it on it like you mean it. You want every slice coated in that rich velvety goodness. And now the Hasselback potatoes, crispy, cheesy, and golden brown. A little parsley on the potato to make it pop. Oh my god. Why have I not been doing this every single day of my life? It's like a symphony of flavor in my mouth. I'm not saying this sauce is life-changing, but if I ever disappear mysteriously, check the fridge. And these potatoes would make Gordon Ramsay weep. They're crunchy, cheesy, garlicky, basically the holy trinity of flavor. And I've got the ultimate duck recipe. And honestly, cooking birds might be the secret to happiness. And in this video here, I will show you how to make a chicken sandwich that will change how you think about fast food forever. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you there.